Welcome to my channel. Here I'm going to be working on the construction of isometric cylinder, and I'm going to make it to be that we are able to construct the cylinder on 3 different faces of an isometric object, so depend on the one that you are asked to construct. So we look at how you can construct it on the top face of an object, how you can construct it on the right face of an object, and also on the left face of an object. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. So let's start with that of the top face of an object. So we want to construct an isometric cylinder whose the diameter of its circular base is 50 millimeters and its height is 50 millimeters. So let's start. So we are starting with that of the top face. So we first of all draw a line, a horizontal line in this direction, and then we take 30 degrees set square. So placing it on the T-square like this, so we draw a line in this direction, and then so we also draw a line, so just turn like this and draw a line in this direction. Okay, so on this line, so since the diameter of the isometric circle is 50 millimeters, we draw a square of length 50 millimeters. So if I take a measurement from this point here, this is 50 millimeters. Okay, then get the midpoint 25. Okay, very, very important. Then take a measurement of 50 millimeters from here to the left side. So here is 50. So midpoint of this 50 is 25. So we have this point. All right, so what we are going to do now is that we are going to draw a line from this point. So from this point, so draw a line to this side, and then so from this midpoint here, draw a line to this side here. Then turn the set square like this. So from this midpoint here, so draw a line, let it touch this line, and from here draw a line and let it touch this line here like this. All right, now so the next thing that we are going to do is to number this point. So I'll be numbering this point. This is point A, and this point is point B. Okay, this is point C, this is point D, so this point is point E, so this is point F, this is point G, and this is point H. Okay, now so we are constructing an isometric cylinder. So and this cylinder, we are drawing it on the top face of an isometric object. So this cylinder, we are going to see half of its base. I mean half of the circular part of its base. Okay, the half of the curved part of the base. Okay, and then on the top face we see the whole of the circle. So that is what we are going to do. Now just just follow me. So we join the longest corners together with a straight line. That is corner B and corner D here. We join them together with a straight line like this. Okay, then so because we are drawing half of the whole circle for the base part, so we just join point A, okay, with point G, and then we join point A again with point H here. So this is it. So it goes like this. Okay, so that's all that we need, because the curved part that is facing us is what we need. If I'm to draw on this side, so that curved part is not facing me, so it is the one that is facing me that I will construct. All right, so let's start now. So we have this point as center 1, and this is center 2. So here is center 3. Okay, so we have center 4 here, though I didn't join it with the respective point where I'm supposed to do that, but this is center 4. Let's take note of that. So we put the midpoint here at point 1 here, at center 1, and we extend it to point E. So this is point E here. So I will draw an arc from this point E to touch the longest diagonal, which is this line BD. So draw an arc like this to touch this line. So we draw an arc to touch this line, then put it at center 2 here, at center 2 here. So draw an arc from this point F to touch the line. So like this, you stop it there just to touch it, and then we put the pinpoint of the compass at center 4 here, extend it to point F here, extend to point F. So this is point F. Okay, then we draw an arc from here to touch this arc. So we have completed the base curve part of the cylinder. So this is what we need. This is half of the whole of the isometric circle. Now the next thing that we are going to do, we are constructing an isometric cylinder whose height is 50 millimeters. So you come to this center here. So from this center, draw a vertical center line from this center here. So draw a vertical center line, or just draw a vertical line like this. Okay, so on this vertical line from the center here, take a measurement of 50 millimeters. This is 50 millimeters. Okay, so getting that point, you take your set square. We are going to construct an isometric circle on this face here. So take your set square with the same 30-degree set square, set at this point. Okay, so you draw a line in this direction like this, and then you turn like this. Okay, turn like this, and then draw a line through this center point. Draw it in this direction. All right, so we have this to be the midpoint. So from this midpoint here, so take 25 millimeters to the left side like this, and take 25 millimeters to the right side. Then you turn it here like this. Okay, so you take 25 millimeters to the left side and take 25 millimeters to the right side like this. Then we convert this to isometric square. So just come to this point here. So draw a line like this. Okay, and then come to this point here. So you draw a line. So from this point, so draw a line from this point in this direction. Then we turn to this side. So here we draw a line. So we draw a line here. Okay, like this. And then we come to this point here. So we also draw a line. So we draw a line here. Okay, like this. Alright, so we have the isometric square on this face. So then this point here, I will call it, this is point A. So for the top face, for the top square, and this is point B here. Okay, so here is point C. This is point D. Okay, here we have point E, and this is point F. So this is point G, and this is point H here. Alright, so we have this point. So we join the longest corners together. So that is point D and point B. So join them together with a straight line like this. Then we connect point A and G together with a straight line. Okay. Then we connect point A and H together with a straight line. Then we connect point C and E together, so with a straight line like this, and point C and F together with a straight line, so it goes like this. Alright, so now, so we have the centers here. So this is center 1, this is center 2, so here is center 3, and this is center 4 here. Alright, so with the compass, so put the midpoint of the compass here at center 1. Okay, at center 1, and extend it to point E here. So you draw an arc from here. So the arc goes like this, and touching point H here like this. Then we put it at center 2. So extend it to point F here. Okay, so draw an arc to touch G like this. Then put at center 3. Put at center 3, extend to G, and then we draw an arc like this. Okay, then we put at center 4 here. So it touches, we extend to this point here. Okay, so then we draw an arc from here, touching this one here. Alright, so we have the isometric circle drawn on the top face. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that, so this point here on the long line and this point on the long line here, we are going to join them together. So the same thing here, this point on the long line and this point on the long line. So we join them together with a straight line. So let's join this together. So here we join this together like this. Okay, and then we join this together like this. So here we have an isometric cylinder on the top face, of an object. So if we have a solid object down here, we can build an isometric circle like this on the top face of that object. Now let's meet on the video for the one on the left face, then we have another video for the one on the right face. Thank you.